Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of the Unstoppable Anonymous channel of Wrestling Results here in this channel. So we have AEW and NJPW Forbidden Doors results. Moxley versus Tanahashi IWGP title match and more. And likely the main event, Jon Moxley will face Hirooki Tanahashi in a match for the interim AEW World Championship. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing these names wrong. I just don't know their names. So, plus I don't watch NJPW, New Japan Pro Wrestling. Plus Malachi Black, Pac, Miro, and Clark Connors will collide in a four-way match to determine an inaugural AEW All-Atlantic champion. Elsewhere on the show, Jay White will defend the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship against Hangman Page, Adam Cole, and Okada. So the results are as follows. The buy-in, Hirooki Kaito and Yoshi Hoshi versus the Factory QT Marshall and Aaron Solo. Solo and Yoshi Hashi start the match and feel each other out. A dropkick gives Solo the upper hand early on. Yoshi Hashi fires back with a shoulder tackle. Marshall and Gato tag in. They lock up and trade holds. Gato drops his chest and Solo tags back in. Marshall attacks Gato from behind. Solo rakes his eyes, but the NJPW stars drops him with a shoulder block. Goto and Yoshihashi hit their opponents with a series of blows. Marshall trips Goto and hits the QT special over the ropes. Solo gets to a 2 count with a diving stomp. The Factory double teams Goto, but he rallies with a suplex. He blasts Marshall with a lariat and tags Yoshihashi, who takes control with a flurry of offense. Solo breaks up the pin and after a diving neckbreaker, he dives onto the duo outside the ring. Marshall and Solo kick Yoshihashi. Goto breaks up the pin. After the diamond cutter, Yoshihashi dodges the 450 splash and tags Goto. Solo gets taken out with a super kick. Goto slams Marshall and the New Japan Pro Wrestling stars hit Solo with a double team move for the win. Your winner, Hirooki Goto and Yoshihashi. Lance Archer versus Nick Camardo. Archer quickly gets in the ring and takes the fight to Camardo with some strikes. Camardo fires up with an attempted gorilla press, but Archer reverses. The Factory member snaps Archer over the ropes and sends him crashing into the barricade with a shoulder block. He slams Archer onto the apron. Back in the ring, Camardo grounds Archer. He rallies with a slam. They trade blows. Archer kicks Camardo in the face and does a tightrope moonsault for a 2 count. Camardo slams Archer, but he preserves and hits the blackout for the win. Your winner, Lance Archer. Backstage, Clark Connors discusses the All-Atlantic Championship match tonight and says it's time to get wild. Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland versus El Desperado and Yoshi Nobubu Kane Mura. Lee starts the match with Kane. I'm just going to say Kane. And they square off. Lee overpowers him and tags Strickland. Desperado tags in, as does Strickland. Swerve plays to the crowd, but Desperado quickly gets him in a leg lock. Desperado slams him onto the apron and wrenches his leg again. Strickland gains the upper hand, but Desperado dodges a drop kick, sending Swerve crashing into Lee's knee. Desperado and Kane target the wounded area once Lee tags in, and they ground the big man. Lee tries to fire up using his strength, but Desperado and Kane double team him. He eats a DDT as the duo maintains the advantage. Strickland tags in and clears the house. He drops Kane off the offense with a big boot. Swerve hits a diving uppercut and drops Desperado with a brainbuster. Desperado plants Swerve with a spinebuster. Kane tags in, and the duo double teams Swerve. Desperado crotches Lee on ropes, and Kane kicks him off the apron. Swerve and Desperado trade strikes. Strickland catches Desperado with a flatliner. Lee tags in, and Kane keeps attacking his knee. He traps Lee in a deathlock, and Desperado wrenches Strickland's leg. Lee powers his way out. Desperado shoves Strickland off the rope and grabs Lee, which allows Kane to spit whiskey into his eyes and roll him up for a 2 count. Strickland tags in and vaults off Lee to kick Kane. He stomps Desperado, and Lee hits the Big Bang Castifier for the win. Lee and Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland is your winner. After the match, Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs confront the duo from the skybox. They compare themselves to Jordan and Pippen, and they say they're the best tag team. Starks insults Lee and Strickland, and he says they'll never be as good as the two of them. He wonders how they could say they're the best when they haven't beaten Hobbs and Starks. The buy-in, Max Caster, the Gun Club, versus Alex Collin and Kevin Knight, the DKC, and Yuya Yamura. I'm sorry, guys. If I'm pronouncing these names wrong, I am so freaking sorry. I don't watch New Japan Pro Wrestling, and I'm bad at names. Caster works Sanapi and Henty into his pre-match rap. Of course, I hate Max Caster. I hate him so fucking much. I don't understand. I don't like him. Danhausen interrupts the proceedings and plays a special Ass Boys song. The Guns run to the back to confront Danhausen. The LA Dojo trainees have the numbers advantage, easily gain the upper hand. Cullen slams Caster. Knight tags in and blasts Caster with stiff strikes. Knight and Yumura double teams Caster. Yumura strikes Gun on the apron and maintains the upper hand. The DKC tags in and continues to isolate Caster. Team Dojo continues to dominate, but Caster rallies with a back body drop. Gun tags in and takes control with a flurry of offense. He hits a famouser, and Caster pins the DKC with a diving elbow. Max Caster, wow, and the Gun Club is your winner. And we're going on to the next page. Winner. So our main show, winner gets the advantage. Wow, that was a long pre-show. Main show, winner gets the advantage at Blood and Guts. Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Minoru Suzuki versus Eddie Kingston, Wheeler Yuta, and Shota Yumi No. Jericho tags in and squares off with Yuta, who takes the fight to the former world champion and suplexes him several times. Jericho fights his way free, but Yuta slams him again and locks in a crossface. Both sets of partners brawl at ringside. Jericho slams Yuta into the steps. Guevara and Jericho double team Yuta. Kingston attacks Guevara with a series of strikes. Guevara catches Yuta with a dropkick. Yuta slams him and tags Umino, who rocks Guevara with a dropkick. Jericho tags in and trades blows with Umino. Kingston tags in and Jericho tags Suzuki. Kingston takes his straps down and Suzuki chops him. Suzuki gives him one right back, and they keep trading stiff strikes. Suzuki blasts Kingston with a forearm to the head. Jericho and his partners isolate Kingston. The Mad King chops Jericho repeatedly. Suzuki traps him in an armbar, and Jericho drops him with an armbar. He grounds the Mad King along with Suzuki. Jericho's team locks in stereo submission holds. Kingston suplexes Guevara and tags Umino, who clears house. Suzuki attacks Umino, but Shooter takes him out. Guevara dives onto Umino at ringside, and Yuta takes him down with a dive. Kingston follows suit. Yuta drops Guevara with a crossbody. Kingston suplexes Guevara and locks in a stretch palm. Suzuki breaks it up, but Kingston drops him with a back fist. Bodies are flying as the match breaks down in chaos. Umino gets a near fall with an avalanche power slam. Conti gets involved. Fuck her. Conti distracts Yuta, and Guevara blasts him with the GTH. Guevara hits Umino with a bat, but Umino keeps fighting. He locks in the walls of Jericho, but Guevara breaks it up. Suzuki drops Kingston with a pile driver. In the end, Jericho pins Umino with a Judas effect. Your winners, Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Minoru Suzuki. Winner takes all match for the IWGP Tag Team Championships and the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship. Jeff Cobb and Great Ocon versus FTR versus Roppongi Vice. Hardwood and Romeo start the bout and feel each other out. Cobbs tags in and Hardwood chops him. Cobb trucks over him, but Romeo tags in. Hardwood floors him with a forearm, and FTR double teams the veteran. Hardwood singly hurts his shoulder and exits the ring, where the doctor checks on him. Romeo gains the upper hand, and as Hardwood is taken to the back, Great Ocon tags in and overpowers Wheeler. He sits on Wheeler's head, and Cobb blasts him with a clothesline. Beretta tags in and suplexes Great Ocon. He drops the powerhouse with a DDT. Cobb reverses a DDT and slams Beretta. Romeo tags Cobb and takes Cobb down with a Hurricanrana. Great Ocon slams Romeo onto the apron. Trent floors Great Ocon with a spear. Roppongi Vice is in control, but Wheeler tags in and clears house by himself. He brings it to United Empire, but Great Ocon slams him. The powerhouse sends Romeo flying with a shoulder tackle. Hardwood comes back to the ring with his shoulder taped up. Wheeler tags in, and Hardwood gains the upper hand with a flurry of offense. One-man warrior Hardwood keeps fighting. He suplexes Cobb a few times. Wheeler gets a 2 count with a frog splash. Romeo tags in and snaps Great Ocon's arm over the ropes. He and Wheeler drop Great Ocon with a spike piledriver. Cobb counters the strong zero with a power bomb. He hits a standing moonsault on Romeo. The United Empire duo double teams Beretta. Roppongi Vice rallies and hits strong zero for a 2 count. Romeo gets a 2 count with an inside cradle. FTR hits the big rig for the win, and your winners and new IWGP Tag Team Champions, FTR. Wasn't there Ring of Honors on the line too? Probably was. But backstage, Tony Schiavone is standing with Juice Robinson and Jay White. Juice has the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship with him. And he says the match between Osprey and Orange Cassidy will be a #1 contenders match. White vows to beat Page, Cole, and Okada in the same match tonight, because this is the Switchblade era. That is too sweet. AEW All-Atlantic Championship. Miro versus Malachi Black versus Pac versus Clark Connors. We all know Miro might win this. Pac takes the fight to Black, leaving Connors all alone with Miro. The Redeemer uses his power advantage to gain the upper hand, but Connors catches him with a shoulder tackle. Miro catches a diving Connors and slams him onto the floor. Black and Miro square off, and Black hits the springboard moonsault. He drills Connors with a knee strike. Pac and Miro are left in the ring, and Miro plants him with a fallaway slam. Connors brings the fight to the Redeemer, and Miro slams him to the ground. Miro is in complete control and slams Connor again. Black and Miro stomp on Pac. The two powerhouses face off and trade strikes. Miro nails Black with an uppercut. The Redeemer plants Pac with a small one drop. Pac dives onto Black outside the ring. He takes Miro down with a shotgun dropkick. Black nails him with a knee strike. The competitors trade blows. Outside the ring, Black gets a table and sets it up. Connors tackles Miro through a table and takes control. He slams Black, but he eats kicks. He eats kicks from Pac. He drops Pac with a spear and slams the bastard for a 2 count. Pac kicks him in the face, but Black stomps him from hitting the Black Arrow. Miro slams Connors and Black as they suplex Pac. He nails Pac with a kick and locks in the game over. Black breaks it up by misting Miro and blasting him with a black mass. Pac hits the black arrow on Black and makes Connor tap out to the brutalizer. Oh wow, your winner and new All-Atlantic champion, Pac. The Young Bucks and Fantasma with Hikuleo versus Dudes with Attitude, Sting, Darby Allin, and Shingo Takagi. I don't know. Sting doesn't appear during his entrance, so it seems like he won't be in the match. The Young Bucks enter and the lights go out. The spotlight focus on Sting up on the catwalk. He appears on top of the entrance tunnel and he dives onto the Bullet Club team. The trios brawl at ringside, but Shingo and Fantasma enter the ring to start the bout. Sting and Shingo double team Fantasma and they bump fists. Allin tags in and gets double teamed by the Bucks. The Bullet Club trio gains the upper hand as Nick Jackson dives onto the former TNT champion. Matt and Nick are in control and Fantasma tags in. He rakes Allen's back and showboats and rakes Allen's back. Allen rallies with a German suplex from the Tree of Woe position. He nails Fantasma with a code red. Shingo tags in and clears the house. He suplexes Nick Jackson and plants him with a Death Valley driver. Sting tags in and stuns the Bucks with a series of strikes. Fantasma tries to twist his nipples. The Icon no-sells it. Hits a stinger splash on the Bucks. Hikuleo gets on the apron and distracts, lets Fantasma hit Sting with the yammies, as Taz puts it. The Bucks super kick all the three of their opponents, but Sting doesn't go down. He floors the duo with a clothesline. The Bucks dive onto their opponents on the outside, and Fantasma follows suit. The Bullet Club trio super kicks Sting. The Icon twists Fantasma's nipples. Allen dives onto Hikuleo at ringside. Shingo drills Fantasma with some elbows and blasts him with a clothesline. Shingo pins Fantasma with the Last of the Dragon. Winners, Dudes with Attitude, Sting, Darby Allin, and Shingo. And backstage, Chris Jericho tells Shota Umino earns his respect and proceeds to blast him with a fireball while 2.0 distracts him. Onto the next page, we have the AEW Women's World Championship match. Thunder Rosa versus Toni Storm. Rosa and Toni Storm lock up and feel each other out. The two women are evenly matched early on, and they trade pin attempts. Rosa chops Storm, who fires back with a big boot and a suplex. They trade slaps and forearms. The champion catches Storm with a stunner and maintains the advantage. She stomps Storm for a 2 count and suplexes her on the floor. Storm sends Rosa crashing to the floor and suplexes her onto the apron. She plants Rosa with a DDT onto the floor. Storm DDTs Rosa again, but the champion hits a Death Valley driver. She hits the Thunder Driver for a 2 count. Rosa kicks Storm's arm, but the challenger suplexes her again. Rosa counters the Storm 0 and hits the final reckoning for the win. And your winner is still AEW Women's World Champion Thunder Rosa, of course. Fuck her too. IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship, Will Osprey with Aussie Open versus Orange Cassidy. Cassidy puts up his hands and puts his hands in his pockets like always. That needs to stop. And matches Osprey step for step. He gives the champion a thumbs up and drops him with a head scissors takedown. Osprey rocks Orange Cassidy with a big boot and blasts him with a kick at ringside. Osprey does some sit-ups and drops Cassidy with a spinning back breaker. He slams Freshly Squeezed into the corner and flips him off while he locks in the abdominal stretch. Cassidy rallies and hits a crossbody. Osprey drops Cassidy with a spinning kick. Osprey kicks his face and taunts. Cassidy fires up and puts his hands in his pockets again. He catches Osprey with a drop kick. Freshly Squeezed does a kip up and kicks Osprey. Orange blasts him with a super kick. He dodges the O's cutter and gets a 2 count on a bridging pin. Cassidy hits a stun dog millionaire and spikes Osprey with a DDT. Aussie Open grabs Orange and he dives onto them. A diving DDT earns Cassidy a 2 count. Osprey catches Cassidy with a Spanish fly. Cassidy slams Osprey head first into the camera on the ring post. Freshly Squeezed gets on the mat playing possum and Osprey dives onto him. Cassidy gets a 2 count with a roll up and gets a near fall with a beach break. Osprey hits the O's cutter for a near fall. The champion blocks the orange punch and hits a running elbow to the head and then hits the Stormbreaker for the win. And your winner is still IWGP United States Champion Will Osprey. Juice Robinson, who still has his title, poses from the skybox. Osprey and Aussie Open attack Cassidy, but Roppongi Vice tries to make the save. Aussie Open sends them out of the ring, but Shibata comes to the ring. He drops Davis with a kick and nails Osprey with another one. He chokes Osprey until Aussie Open drags the champion away. Cassidy gives Shibata his sunglasses and a thumbs up. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Brian Danielson, handpicked replacement. I guess Brian Danielson might have had a different opponent, or Zach had a different opponent, so I don't know. Because somebody had a fever, so yeah. Danielson's replacement, okay, will be the newest member of the Blackpool Combat Club. It turns out to be Kaito Castango, which is Cesaro. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce the name. Cesaro takes the I'm just gonna say Cesaro takes the fight to ZSJ and gets an immediate 2 count with a neutralizer. He drills Sabe Jr. Oh, so Daniel Bryan's not in the match. Okay, how come? With some uppercuts at ringside, Sabe Jr. snaps his arm over the ropes, but Cesaro rocks him with a boot. ZSJ stretches Cesaro's leg in the ropes and bends it over the apron. Sabe Jr. Stomps Cesaro's arm and mocks his taunts. He keeps attacking Cesaro's arm. Cesaro rallies and hits 2 back breakers. He drills ZSJ with an uppercut. Cesaro tries to powerbomb him his way out of an armbar, but both men go over the ropes while the hold is still locked in. Cesaro walks up the steps while lifting Saber Jr. with one arm. Jr. reverses the swing and locks in an octopus hold. Cesaro hits a gut wrench slam off the middle rope. ZSJ avoids the swing again. Cesaro nails Jr. with an uppercut. European uppercut. He does the swing, but his hurt arm shortens the duration. Jr. locks in a heel hook, but Cesaro powers out and locks in a sharpshooter. He stomps Jr. for a 2 count. Jr. locks in the sleeper hold and transitions to an armbar. Jr. kicks Cesaro, but the newcomer floors him with a lariat. Cesaro hits an uppercut and a clothesline and a powerbomb for the win. Your winner, Cesaro. Okay, so we have IWGP World Heavyweight Championship match. Jay White is your champion with Kaito versus Okada versus Hangman Adam Page versus Adam Cole. Baby. Cole quickly leaves the ring, and as does White. So Okada and Page are left on their own. Cole drags Page out of the ring, and White takes the fight to Okada. White and Cole try to strategize at ringside, but their opponents attack them. White suplexes Okada onto the apron. The fight spills up the ramp. Cole and White suplexes Page onto the ramp and takes him out of the equation for 8 minutes. Page slams White into the steps. Cole and White continues a double team. Okada, Page fights them off, and he hits a springboard clothesline on White. Cole super kicks Page in midair. Okada rallies and drops White with a flapjack. He kicks Cole off the top rope and takes control. Okada dives over the barricade and takes White and Cole down with a crossbody. Page enters the action with a flurry of offense. White and Cole to sweet each other. Cole stabs him in the back by hitting him with a backstabber. White dodges the boom and slams Cole. He dumps Okada on his head with suplex. Cole drops him with the boom. All 4 men are down after Page clotheslines Okada. They get up and trade blows. Page power bombs White for a 2 count. Hangman dives onto Okada and Cole at ringside. Kaito distracts him, and the interference helps White dodge the buckshot lariat. Page still hits the dead eye and rocks White with the buckshot lariat, but Okada breaks up the pin. Page and Okada trade blows. Hangman suplexes him and drops him with a clothesline. Cole slams Page into the ring post. Okada hits an over-the-knee air raid on Cole. 2 super kicks floor Okada and Page. Cole super kicks Page. White sneaks in and hits the Blade Runner, and then he absolutely pins Cole. Whoops. Your winner and still IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Jay White. After the match, White walks right up to the undisputed elite. Doctors check on Cole, who seemingly suffered an injury. Cole walks out of the ring on his own power. Interim AEW World Championship, Tanahashi versus Jon Moxley. Tanahashi and Jon Moxley feel each other out early on, and they're evenly matched. The New Japan Pro Wrestling wrestler takes Moxley down with a dragon screw. The former AEW World Champion hits a cutter. They trade blows, and Moxley throws Tanahashi off the second rope. He hits a pile driver for a 2 count. The purveyor of violence locks in a clover leaf and transitions to a modified STF until Tanahashi reaches the ropes. Tanahashi hits a senton, but Moxley clotheslines him over the rope. The brawl spills to the outside. Moxley slams Tanahashi through a table. Moxley kicks Tanahashi and blocks a dragon screw before he goes for an arm bar. Tanahashi gains the upper hand, and Moxley is busted open. Tanahashi dives onto Moxley outside the ring. The Ace takes control with a flurry of offense, including a dive off the top. Moxley, bleeding like a stuck pig, locks in the bulldog choke. Tanahashi stacks Moxley up for a 2 count. They trade blows, and Moxley drills Tanahashi with a lariat. Moxley locks in another choke and transitions a sleeper hold. He hits the Death Rider for the win. Your winner and the interim AEW World Champion is Jon Moxley. Moxley shows respect for Tanahashi after the match. Chris Jericho and Daniel Garcia attack the duo, but Eddie Kingston tries to make the save. Santana and Ortiz and Wheeler Yuta come to the ringside to join the fight, as does the rest of Jericho Appreciation Society. Cesaro runs down to the ring and takes the fight to Jericho. He dishes out uppercuts and swings Angelo Parker. Cesaro stands tall with Moxley and his new teammates to close the show, though Eddie Kingston has some heated words for the newcomer. That's your AEW Forbidden Door results for tonight, or for today. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you guys do not miss an upload here on this channel. And I'm gonna try to make my appearance to more wrestling results here in this channel. I'm unstoppable, and I'm out.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Skiz here, and if you don't subscribe to Blonde and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy ass bitch motherfucker.